It's all a lie. Everything you've ever been told about Nasus runes is a fucking lie. Listen, Grasp is really whack. Conqueror, not even close to as good as what is offered from Summon Aery. With Summon Aery and maxing your E on Nasus, you're really unlocking the true potential of this champion in the top lane. It's like running Arcane Comet on Malphite. Like, you really just gain a lot of lane control that you otherwise wouldn't have. Build a Corrupting Pot into Doran's Ring, etc., or a Dark Seal refillable, etc., to get the AP early. And then with Summon Aery, your attacks against an enemy champion send Aery to the target, dealing a little bit of damage. This damage is going to scale with your AD or AP as well. And with Summon Aery, it's going to be giving you more damage every time you cast the E on them early. And then whenever you transition into being melee again, come like level 13-ish, Summon Aery is still going to be giving you value because you're always going to be on top of the enemy champion, like as you're running them down and queuing them. So even if you're not queuing them, you're still dealing damage with the AoE from the ult, and you're still going to be getting meaningful damage from Summon Aery. But Summon Aery is mostly just for the laning phase, as you're going to be dealing additional damage with the E, and then through that E poke, you're going to be getting lane control that you otherwise just couldn't have. All the defensive tools don't save Nasus from a bad lane. Something like Grasp, it just doesn't save him from an Irelia. It just doesn't happen. You're healing like, what, 20, 30? It's not saving you. It's not like... And then all the other defensive tools that you can get from this, you can get from secondary runes. So you're way better off going this, as you provide more safety for yourself in the early part of the laning phase, which is exactly what Nasus needs, through dealing more damage to your lane opponent in a way that you otherwise wouldn't be able to. So with this, you're in the sorcery tree, and then your good options for your secondary rune is Mana Flow Ban, as hitting an enemy champion with an ability permanently increases your maximum mana by 25 up to 250, and then with that 250 mana, just basically a sapphire crystal for free, which in the earlier part of the lane is going to be going pretty far, as it gives you more E-cast, and then once you reach the 250 bonus mana, you restore 1% of your missing mana every 5 seconds. So effectively it becomes impossible for you to run out of mana, and especially come mid to late game, even if you are like running really low on the mana, then you're still going to have enough for a Q, as the Q cost is just too low anyways, that it would be really insane if you didn't have enough mana for a Q. And then for the third rune, it's going to be Transcendance. You gain 10% cooldown reduction once you reach level 10. Has really good utility with stacking your Q, and then also having more ease up in a team fight. So that is always going to outweigh the bonus AD or AP that would be offered from Absolute Focus. You don't need the extra AP early to get more damage on the E. You're going to get enough damage from Summon Aery and Scorch. So having the extra scaling through Transcendence is really valuable. And then for the fourth rune, it's going to be Scorch. Your first damaging ability to hit an enemy champion sets him on fire, dealing bonus magic damage, and it's only on a 10-second cooldown. So effectively, every time your E's up, you're going to be hitting them with Summon Aery and Scorch, and it really does build up damage on like every single top laner. Unless they have some sort of insane sustain, then you're going to be putting yourself in a lot better of a lane state, because you max E, build a Dark Seal first item, and then have the more AP. It's just way more damage, man. And then through it, you create a better lane state. You're not going to be saved from the defensive options in Resolve. And then through this, you can achieve a winning lane state, and then therefore get more items that help you scale better. Because you could get scaling through Conquer, but with Conquer, you're just naturally losing a lane, and the bonuses offered from it are basically just luxury for Nasus. What Nasus really wants is items, and it's easier to achieve that because you can get more CS with the E, and you just have a better lane state with it. So with this, your good options for the secondary runes would be Biscuit Delivery and Time Warp Tonic. Biscuit Delivery, giving you a biscuit every 2 minutes until 6. Biscuits restore 10% of your missing health and mana. Consuming or selling a biscuit permanently increases your maximum mana by 50. So that's another source to get mana increase. It also restores your mana. And in the laning phase, if you're low on mana and don't have enough for another E-cast, then the biscuit's going to give you enough for that. So it's going to help you in all-in situations. It's going to help you in losing situations, and it's going to help you in winning situations. It's a really versatile rune. With Time Warp Tonic, potions and biscuits grant you 50% of their regeneration immediately. So this in combination with refillable or corrupting potion is going to help you bait the enemy to like dive onto you, as you're going to have that immediate regeneration of your health and mana. And with that, it's going to just help you again have better early laning, as even if the enemy thinks they have a lethal on you, if you have that immediate health regeneration, then they just don't. If you're playing into a melee matchup, one that is like particularly like strong early, like Irelia or Camille, you should run Resolve Secondary with Bone Plating, and then you have good options in Overgrowth or Revitalize. I think you should go with Overgrowth with this rune setup. With Overgrowth, you absorb life essence from monsters or enemy minions that die around you, permanently increasing your maximum health by 3 for every 8. And then once you've absorbed 120 monsters or minions, you gain an additional 3.5% maximum health. So that effectively gives you like a ruby crystal just for existing in the lane phase. And it's just nice to have that little bit of scaling in combination with Transcendence come like level 11 or so, as the health from this and then the effective health from Bone Plating does go a long way. Bone Plating is going to give you a lot of safety levels like 1 to 4 against champions that have to dive onto you. With Bone Plating, after you take damage from an enemy champion, the next 3 spells or attacks you receive from them deal 30 to 60 less damage. So like I said, just giving you more effective HP, and then that effective HP in combination with Overgrowth works really well whenever you ult, because your ult's giving you more stats. And then even though you don't have like Grasp of the Undying to heal for like 40 or something, you're still going to be tanky enough with this. And then for the adaptive runes, it's going to be Adaptive Force, and then Armor. If you're playing into an AP matchup, sure, run the Magic Resist. But in most cases, you're going to be playing into AD matchups top. And then the Adaptive Force, if you're building a Doran's Ring or Darksteel early, then the Adaptive Force is going to convert to AP, and then therefore just give you more damage on your E early. And that's what you should be looking to do with this rune setup. So that's the runes for Nasus. I really don't think there'd be anything else in the other runes. Yeah, that's the runes for Nasus. Top lane, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I answer literally all of them. If this video helped you, leaving a like on the video helps me. And if you're interested in my Twitch, you can check it out. It's in the description. I don't fucking know, man. Like, I play League there. Are you surprised? Are you surprised? I play League on that Twitch. Can you believe it? For real though, like, this rune setup is really good. Max E, it's so good.